Hey everybody, Heiden here, and I'm back with the inaugural turn of Hellsen versus Heiden, Scenario 2. This is the 7th December 1941 combat replay and intelligence analysis. So I'll be honest with you, I've been kind of putting this off because I've been afraid to look. I know that this is going to be bad for me. Hellsen is a fantastic player who has lots of experience, and this is also Scenario 2, so the deck is stacked in Japan's favor even more at the beginning of the campaign than Scenario 1 that I'm doing with Lodrick. So I think it's just time to rip the band-aid off and see how bad the damage is. So stick around and let's go on this wild ride and see what he does to us. Oh man, let's just do this. Yeah, let's do this. This is not going to be pretty. I can just feel it. That's not supposed to be pretty, right? Huh? There's our first chance for success, and we missed on that, but not uncommon for for any sub to miss a destroyer. It's hard to hit those. Let's just see if we can survive this. Man, he's not giving up, huh? Yep, we got a hit already. Alright, so it looks like our first Dutch sub is already taking damage at the beginning of the campaign. But we are in shallow water here, so it's not entirely unexpected. Yep, there's another hit. Whew, that was a rough one. Alright, so we get a little peek at what he's got here. Light cruiser and a bunch of destroyers. It must be an escorting force is what I'm guessing. We take 2 hits, but I think we'll be okay. And it looks like the K-14 takes a shot here, and now it's going to be subjected to another depth charge attack. But at least they're trying, right? At least our subs are making an attempt, and we're making contact with stuff. So I can't complain too much here. I'm just happy they're shooting torpedoes at all. We're in deeper water here, so I think our sub has a better chance of surviving this. Which it does. Okay. Good job, K-14. You did your best. So we got some AKs, AKLs, a sub chaser, and some DDs here. Oh, another one. Another one. Jeez. Man, our subs are really going for it, aren't they? So here we go again. Let's see if we can survive this. Okay, again, we're in deep water here, so we should be okay. Okay. Ooh, look at this. He's got the Hyuga already here already off the coast of what's the heck this place called? Oh, the Philippines. Why has he got the battleship already here? Am I supposed to be able to see all those? Alright, seems okay. So there's our first sweep over Manila. Nothing coming out of that. Another sweep over Singapore. Another sweep over Manila. Interestingly enough, he has not caught our units. Wow, look at this. First attack. Already going straight for Singapore. That's bold. Oh, no. This is not good. This is not good. I had plans for Singapore. Wasn't planning on them getting bombed already. Jeez. All right, let's fast forward through this because this is going to be bad. I was not planning on Singapore getting taken out so soon. Dang. That's bad. Look at this. Amazing. Already lost to Mauritius. That's a good light cruiser here. All of these ships are hit. I was not anticipating that. I didn't even think he could reach Singapore. Very bad. Okay, so this is going to be bad too. This is a full max effort raid on Manila. So we have a lot of subs here that are probably going to get taken out, which is no good for us. Let's fast forward through this or else we'll be here for an hour. This is not going to be good. Oh, man. All right, let's start looking at the damage here. PT boats, 1 sub, 2 subs, 3 subs. Okay. Look at the list of damage here. Look at that. I don't think anything got out of there unscathed. And all of that, and we damaged 1 Betty. That must be part of the December 7th surprise, right? Very devastating attack. Oh my god, look at this! Look at this. This is a massive carrier strike here. This is Kido Butai, for sure. Let's see if we can get some intel as to what these ships are. This is going to completely annihilate everything in the Philippines. Okay, I don't want to watch. Hear you. Okay, so he's definitely got Kido Butai elements already in the Philippines. Okay, so he split his stuff up. He does not have the full KB over in Pearl. So we know that at least. Let's see what's left. Look how ineffective our anti-aircraft has been. Jesus, unbelievable. Look at that. Complete and total devastation. I don't think anything is going to survive there. Nothing will make it out. Nothing will make it out at all, especially with that carrier division sitting right off the coast, that strong. Nothing will survive out of Manila, which is going to be very detrimental to our early war. Okay, so this is a bombing raid. He's going to try to take out the aircraft that we got on the ground at Kota Baru. This is not unexpected here. So we lose a lot of aircraft on the ground. A lot of these damaged aircraft will turn into something more. Okay. Oh, wow. 1 P-40 got up in the air. That's great. Good job, guys. Man. Unbelievable. Okay, Aloe Star. This is another bombing raid that we would be expecting here. Doing a lot of damage to aircraft on the ground. Okay, and another raid on the harbor just to finish it off in case there's anything even left, right? There should not be anything left now. Yeah, this... Whew. Alright, here come the China raids. I'm sure these will be fun. Okay, raid on Hong Kong. These motor torpedo boats are nothing but a liability anyway. Now, unfortunately, he damages the ships in the harbor as well, which I was hoping to get out of there, but that's not going to happen. Georgetown. A lot of damaged aircraft there. Kwanton, another base that's going to get obliterated. Damn it. None of this is overly surprising, but the level of devastation that I'm seeing, I was not prepared for. So he's coming in very low, because why not? There's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't. I have nothing to stop him with that. Look at this, is like random. Like, he's hitting the AVG aircraft. Before I have a chance to even move them, he's already blowing them up. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at that. He's going to completely destroy AVG before we even have a chance to do anything with them. Oh my god. As if it weren't enough. He has carrier aircraft here attacking my ships, which should not even be here. They should be way north of here. Alright, so Repulse takes a hit, but I'm sure it won't do much to slow it down. Another hit. Another hit. Alright, this is starting to get a little bad. Okay, this, not great. Not great for the Repulse. Wow. Oh, jeez. He even has carrier aircraft already here, man. And the Boise's not gonna make it. No way. This AA is completely garbage. What I'm not understanding here is why the Boise is here. It should not be here. Yeah, this thing is finished. It will not survive. Yeah, that's letting me know that the Boise is not going to make it. Hmm. That's unbelievable. Okay, now we're spotting some subs. A lot of subs. A ton of subs. Hmm. Wow. Yep, he's going for Mersing right off the bat. I mean, I'm surprised that we even have any aircraft up at all. These are all going to be annihilated. There should be nothing left to even blow up, right? Hmm. I'm surprised there's even ships left in the harbor to blow up. Gee, thanks guys. That's gonna be useful, right? At least they got in. I'm surprised that they even did that. So from that, they got in and made an attack, but the altitude was completely ridiculous. They'd never hit anything like that. And then we lose 1. Again? Why? Okay, I don't understand why they're here. I don't even know if we're going to get any of these ships out of here. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to even survive that. And then the Boise again is getting attacked. There, it's finished. There it is. So the Boise is completely sunk. And I'm sure we're going to lose the other ship as well because I don't really know why they didn't move the way I thought they would. Wow. Okay, so we got a landing at Mersing already, which, I mean, I kind of expected that. There's still stuff there? I thought it was already dead. Okay, he's coming ashore at San Fernando, which, you know, again, you expect that. Takes a fair amount of casualties here, but now we can kind of get a look at what he's coming in with. A lot. Field Artillery, Infantry Regiment, 1st Formosa, 48th Tank, 4th Recon, Canodet. I guess none of this stuff is really that surprising. This is stuff that was all destined for the Philippines anyway. Hopefully we can get some good points out of this. The Army lost points. Alright, and he's already taking Guam because why would you wait on that? Alright, yeah, I don't think we need to watch the whole thing here. A lot of patrol boats in this. Okay, so he's coming on with the 144th and the base force. Again, this is stuff that you would kind of expect to see on turn 1. And then here's the Mersing invasion. Coming ashore with... We didn't really get a good look at it. Maybe we'll see it this time. So 146th Infantry Regiment. Okay. And then Kota Baru, we almost certainly expect this. Okay, and he's coming up with the 65th Brigade is at Kwanton, which typically you would expect to see this in the Philippines. And another more infantry regiments. Big. Oh, this is a massive attack here. Yeah, this is almost enough to end the end Singapore within days. All right, and then he's already hitting Wake, so we're not even going to have a chance to get anything out of there. Is he landing more there? Oh, Southern Army. Okay. And Ashigara is going to completely waste to... Alright, so Ashigara takes 2 shell hits, interestingly enough. Looks like our shore defenses did put up a valiant effort. More landing at Kotabaru. Wow. Intense. Alright, so this is a predestined attack at the beginning of the campaign in China, and there's no stopping this. This is completely guaranteed to go this way. Alright, so Wake is going to go down. Man, I was hoping I could...
Hello, my misguided friends. This is your #1 enemy, Orphan Anne from Radio
It's a shame,
Tokyo,
man. I really wanted
with
to save
another
these aircraft,
blow to
but
your morale and some music
it's not going to
to
happen.
console you. Today, the
Boy, she's
Imperial
so loud.
government announced that the ever-victorious forces of the Japanese Empire have captured Wake.
Well, congratulations, guys. So we lost everything there. They did take some casualties, but not nearly as much as I did. All right, so he's coming in at vegan, which, you know, we expect that. And we expect that as well. And that. All of these things are pretty much expected at the beginning of the campaign. That was very devastating for me. I was not expecting that level of intensity. Now, did you guys notice something else? There was no Pearl Harbor. He didn't even attempt it. You know why? Because he's smarter than the real Japanese were, and he knows that there's no point. What are you going to take out? A bunch of stuff that isn't really that important. So I'm getting a lot of ships that are just now coming on map at the beginning of the campaign. Whew. All right, time to analyze. Okay, I'm back. Listen carefully. Listen. That's the sound of me cracking a beer because I'm going to need a drink after enduring this turn. Okay, so where do we begin? I think I'll follow the same format that I normally follow for my other videos that I do with Lodric. So let's just start with the intel. Okay, aircraft losses. Today, we lost a ton of our H-81s, which are the P-40Bs that the Flying Tigers have because, well, I'll show you later. 12 Wildcats were wasted at Wake Island. I couldn't get to them. And we have a smattering of other losses here. You guys can take a look for yourself. I don't need to read every line because there's a lot of lines. But basically, it's 43-8 in his favor, which, considering what transpired, that's not entirely terrible. It's not good because it means we lost things in other places. So we'll talk more about that later. Okay, so pilots lost 10 KIA, 10 wounded, or sorry, 10 KIA, 5 wounded, 1 missing. Army lost points. For whatever reason, when he loses troops himself, we don't get points for it, apparently. We only get points if we kill it, because he lost a couple thousand troops unloading at different bases, right? But we're not getting any points for that. So the only points we get are when we kill the units. I just now learned that. That sucks. I kind of was hoping we would get points for that too, but keep an eye on this metric because it's going to go up crazy here in a few rounds. Now, this is where we got completely blasted. This is devastating. Let's look at the ship sunk. Last turn. Look what we lost. Let's sort by ship type. Okay. A bunch of AKs and AKLs, while disappointing, are not the end of the world. It would have been nice to save these ASs, but it's not the end of the world. These AMs, not the end of the world. Here's what's bad. Every single sub that we had in Manila is gone. Every single one. In Lodrik's game, not that I want to compare the two, I was able to save about half of them, all said and done. Here, none of them. They are completely gone. These motor torpedo boats and PT boats are useless to me anyway. If I could have pulled them out, I would have, because they're no good. I don't really care about that. We also lost 4 destroyers, which would have been nice to keep. And we lost the Mauritius because he hit us at Singapore. And we also lost the Boise because he knew exactly which way we had to go to get out, and he ambushed us. Alright? I obviously sank no Japanese ships, and I'm probably going to be a while before I do. So now, let's look at the whole situation, and we'll start with what you're looking at the screen right now. See Pearl Harbor? Notice anything missing? Yeah, no Kido Butai. It is gone. Mr. Hellsen has elected not to hit Pearl Harbor. And while I get it, I'm a little disappointed, because this game, I can tell right from the start, is going to go way off the rails and follow nothing of historical trajectory. Like, at least with Lodrik and I, while he did do some ahistorical stuff, he's kind of following a script to some extent. Hellsen, no way. So the good thing here is that every single aircraft, every single ship, everything we got at Pearl Harbor is fully intact. And I don't even know what to do with this, to be honest with you. I never considered a contingency where all of my standards are alive and well. So maybe we can find a way to put them to use. I have no idea, but it's interesting, to say the least, to have this many ships in play right from the start that aren't damaged. So Pearl Harbor was completely spared, but we paid for it other places, right? For example, Manila is absolutely wrecked. Okay, I lied. We have a few subs left. But basically what's going to happen over the next few turns is every single ship, except for those, I'm not going to let them get them. Every single ship in Manila Harbor is gone. And this is going to be extremely painful to us from a point standpoint, and extremely painful to us because some of these ships are really good. Like some of these AOs would have been nice. The ASs would have been nice. All the subs would have been nice, but there's just absolutely zero chance of us getting these out intact. And the reason being is because the Kido Butai is actually not in Hawaii. It's right here. Okay, this is the bulk of the Kido Butai. And instead of hitting Hawaii, he's hitting the Philippines because he knows what we have in the Philippines is more important right now than what we got at Pearl Harbor. Okay? And there's nothing I can do about it. So as much as it pains me to even think about the prospect of doing this, I'm going to have to turtle up here and go into full defensive mode because I've already lost so many ships that I would have needed to be offensive. And he's got us basically surrounded. So he's got, this whole area is going to be covered by aircraft, right? Then down here, he's got another air carrier task force which sniped the Boise because he knew that the Boise had to come this way to get out. So I'll be lucky if I even get the Houston out because he's already ready for it. And you see these guys? These cruiser task forces are going to head straight this way to cut this guy off. So it's almost a guarantee that the Houston's going to die before I ever get it out of the way. That sucks. Well, let's see what else. He did the normal strikes in Malaya, which is fine. But then he brought over another aircraft carrier task force, if I can find it right here. And between this, and he used this to attack Force Z because he knew that I'd go this way. And we took a lot of damage to the repulse. And while I think I can rescue it in the next turns, it just sucks because he knows exactly what we have to do in this situation. And then on top of that, this is something I never expected. He blasted Singapore. I mean, he just completely wasted our ships here. And a lot of these ships I was counting on to use for different things. And already all these destroyers that I desperately need are jacked up right from the get-go. And I'll be lucky if I can even get him out. So, in fact, I'm almost guaranteed that I'm not going to get him out. Certainly not going south because he's just going to come down here and cut us off, right? All these ships are going to continue pushing south because he knows what we have and he knows what we can do and what we can't do. Okay? And he's going to continue blasting this airfield and this port mercilessly because he used bombers to attack it. Because he knew that he used all the bombers that would have been used for 4C against Singapore because he knows we can't defend against it. And that sucks. All right? Let's keep going. And here's one that I really think is kind of crappy. He did a massive strike on Tungu, which basically completely crippled the AVG. And why did he do that? Because he knows it's there at the start of the game. And he knows there's nothing I can do to get it out of there on turn 1. So now AVG is completely blasted. And there's nothing I can do about it. So this is... I may have bitten off more than I can chew with Mr. Hellsenstrat. Because this is not your average player. This is not a guy that plays for fun. This guy plays to win. And he has the benefit of having played the Allies, the Japanese. He's played everything. He's seen it all. So he knows where everything is at on turn 1. So he can completely level us at all the worst places and handicapped us 10 times worse than what Lodrick did to us. And I thought Lodrick's strikes were bad. I thought what he did to Manila was really bad. No, nothing compared to what Hellsen did. This guy's a min-max master. And I'm not trying to talk crap. I'm not trying to throw shade or anything like that. I'm just frustrated that this is the game that I'm going to have to play. But you know what? That's what happens when you pick good opponents, right? So I really can't complain too much. I had an idea that Hellsen was good. I didn't know he was that good. This guy has his first turn Japan strat down to a science. And he has the benefit of knowing everything that I know, plus the element of surprise that Japan has, because you have no idea where they're going to attack and where they're going to be. So I'm going to have to deal with this from the start. And I'm playing scenario 2, so the Japanese are even stronger than they would have been in scenario 1. So not only am I playing a player that's fantastic, I'm playing a guy that's got even more stuff to work with than what Lodrick had. So, guys, I'm going to do my absolute best to push back against this guy, but judging by the way turn 1 went and what he's willing to do and the lengths that he's willing to go, I will be shocked if I make it out of 1942. I really will. This guy just knows my playbook too well. Because the Allies have a very limited playbook, right? There's only so many things we can do. And he knows exactly when my reinforcements arrive. He knows where they arrive. He knows everything that I know about everything I'm going to be doing. So he's going to have a counter for every single step of the way. I already know it. This is going to be tough. What was I thinking? I don't know. I need a drink. Hold on. So everything I thought I learned from the Lodrick game, I'm throwing it out the window. It's useless to me. Because none of it's going to work with this guy. Here's something else that really screwed me over here on this turn that I did not know was a thing. Apparently the Allies don't get 2 movement pulses on turn 1. And here's how I know that this is the case. 4C was in Singapore at the beginning of December 7th. I ordered it to full speed out of Singapore towards Ceylon, Colombo. Look how far it actually moved. It moved 9, which is approximately a single pulse at full speed, not 2. So I had no idea that was a thing. I thought that I would get both movement pulses that you normally get during a turn, but the Allies apparently don't get that. And because of that, 4C got hit when it should have been over here. It was still here, which allowed him to strike it. The Boise, which should have been over here by now, was right here. The Houston, which was over at Ilo Leo, is only here when it should have been here. So I did not get my 2 movement pulses that I thought I would get on turn 1. I'm going to take that down in my notes as a thing. I did not know that was something, because I would have routed my ships around some other way if I had known they would stop right in the celibacy for this guy to just destroy them on the first turn. Live and learn, I guess. But let's talk about what I did right. Okay, my subs were active this turn. I had 3 different sub contacts. They ended up not doing anything, but we still made contact with his stuff. Yikes! Look at this guy. So let's set that to max fact 0. Get him out of there. We did make sub contacts, which is something. I'm okay with that. What else did we do right? Yeah, that's basically it. And to be fair, there's not much I can do on turn 1 because I'm only allowed to move at-sea task forces. Nothing else. So that's the state of the game that I've been handed. I'm now going to start working on my turn 1 strategy, which, quite honestly, I don't even know what it is right now because, like, this completely changes everything for me. I never thought I'd be dealing with Kito Butai off the Philippines. I never thought that Singapore would get bombed so heavily on turn 1. I didn't realize that he would destroy my AVG before I had even a chance to do anything with it. These are factors that I never knew were a thing, and now I have to deal with it. So, yeah, that's where we're at with this. I will give an update in the coming days as to where we're at with this campaign, because I've got to start my turn 1 or turn 2 rather initial setup, which is going to take a long time. China, I got started because he allowed me to move on turn 1. So things are moving in the direction that I want them to move on turn 1, which is fine. But everything else, I got to start from scratch with. So it's going to take me a while. It took me about 2 weeks with Lodric, but I was following the Cull spreadsheet, which is kind of line by line. I know where things are at now, so I can go a lot faster this time around. It's still going to take a while, though. So with that being said, thank you for supporting me and Mr. Hellsenstrat. His channel stuff is linked in my video description, so go over to his Twitch channel and subscribe. Go over to his YouTube channel and subscribe. And follow along on him and watch an expert. Watch an absolute expert at this game play. And then you may never come back to watch me play again because I clearly suck compared to this guy. You know? I guess that's all I have to say right now. Hope you enjoyed the video and hope you enjoyed watching me get my butt kicked. And I'll catch you in the next one.